friends, this week we are drawing a rocket for Space Week. So we are going to start with a pen and a piece of paper. I have a plain piece of paper here, and we have a Sharpie ready to go. So we're going to start by drawing our rocket, and we're going to draw it sort of like a rounded triangle. We're going to draw a curved line up, a rounded point, and a curved line back. Now we want to make sure that this bottom line is curved because we're going to try to make our rocket look like it's round, like a cylinder. If we draw a straight line here, it's going to make our rocket look like it's pinched flat at the bottom. So we're going to draw a little smiley curve to make our rocket look round. Now we need to add some wings. So we're going to draw two parallel lines off to the side. And we want this to be symmetrical. Symmetry means that we have a line down the middle and it's the same on both sides. In this case, it's going to look like a mirror. So this line will mirror this line, and this line will mirror this line. And then our parallel lines, if we drew them forever and ever and ever, they would never cross and they would never spread apart. They would always keep going right next to each other at the same distance. Okay, now we'll connect those short lines with one long line to make our wings. And now we're going to add some details. I'm going to add some stripes. And again, these are going to be curved because we want our rocket to look round. And we're going to put that little tip on it. And I want my rocket to look like it's going away. So I'm actually going to make this one a frowny face line. And then I'm going to put my circle for the window here. And because the windows are so thick and reinforced, we are going to put a second circle on the inside here, just to make those windows look extra strong. Now, I'm going to add some letters, and I'm going to make some nice blocky USA letters. You could also put NASA, which is our space organization, NASA. I'm going to put USA instead for our country, the United States of America. So I've got U.S. I'm going to put my A here. And you can make any kind of lettering you want. I just like this square lettering because I think it looks sort of tough and official. Okay. Now, we need to add some fire. Let's make our rocket look like it's shooting out of somewhere. So we're going to add some pointed lines that almost look like a W, but with 3 points. And the middle one is going to be really long. So we're going to go short, point down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. And we're going to do that one more time, just to make our fire look really dynamic, like it's really shooting far away. Down, up, down, 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 up, down, and up. All right, now our rocket is done. We'll add a little person on the inside of our ship when we're done drawing in the background details. So let's add a planet. We want our rocket to look like it's shooting out of a planet, so I'm going to have it shooting out of Earth. We're going to draw the line for that planet right behind it. So what I do, excuse me, is I start drawing that line, and then I pick up my pencil, but I pretend that I'm still drawing it, and then when I get to the end where my object is, I continue drawing it so that it looks like it's coming right through. Normally it doesn't line up with my wing like that, and so it looks a little bit more realistic. But now I've got my rocket shooting out of a planet. And now we can add the background planets. So we could add something like Saturn. I'm going to add my bar across, loop it around, add another bar across, loop it around. And then I'll add the little bottom part. We can add some stars. They don't have to be perfect. I kind of like wonky stars. And when stars get really far away, they often just look like little circles. So we'll add some like that. We can add some other planets. You could add something like Jupiter, where they've got that big red spot and lots of little stripes across. We could add more stars, little stars, big stars. I'm going to go ahead and add some dots to this one, make it look like it's a rocky little planet. And I'll add a few more stars. So now, if you think back to landscapes, when we paint or draw those, we have a foreground, a middle ground, and a background. In this drawing, we have our foreground, which is our rocket, our middle ground, which is the planet that it's shooting out from, and our background is all of these other elements in the back, these stars and planets. You could also add some little satellites. We could add one like this. We'll just put a little block here, make our little satellite coming out, spinning around. You could do all different kinds of things. You could have a little alien ship if you wanted to. Little spaceship with our little alien in there. Okay, so we've got all different kinds of ideas here. Now, you can draw anything you want inside of your spaceship. We have done, in our example here, we drew an astronaut kind of peeking out with his helmet. You could draw a man or a woman, or we have this example here where we drew the Among Us. So I've had the most requests for how to draw the Among Us character inside of our rocket, so I'm going to show you that right now. We're going to start with the mask, and we're going to draw that sort of rounded rectangle shape. And then we're going to draw its head. Now the head starts a little bit over from the edge of that mask. We're going to come up and over and down, and then where it starts here, we're going to make it match underneath. Now we're just going to add a little bit of backpack and have it come right off the page. Now the key to really making this look like an Among Us character is to have that little shadow in the mask. So what we want to do is sort of mark off like that white rectangle at the top and color everything around it, because that highlight or that white reflection is what makes the Among Us mask look like the mask. Okay, and then you can make yours any color. So if I make mine red, it will look like the imposter. We'll put that inside of my rocket. And then I'll give it a background color. To fill in that window. So now you can see how just having that little white stripe where we don't color it in shows that highlight that makes it look like the Among Us characters. Okay, other than that, you can color your planets any color you want. You are the artist. You can see we made a chocolate chip cookie planet in one class. We've got our fire colored a couple different colors. This we made look like Earth with the green land and blue water. You can make your planet red to make it look like Mars, and maybe do your rocket ship different colors. I did mine red, white, and blue to make it look like the USA colors, but you could choose other colors, anything that you like. And then a little stars and a black ground. All right, my friend, you guys have